The two pieces that were approved yesterday we call Parts D and E, and Part D has actually 7 buildings, and that's a mixture of office, high-rise residential, and hotel. Some of the buildings have options. All of them have the option for ground floor retail and service type uses, which is where we're getting at that idea of people being on the streets and having places to go when they're living in the area. So it's not just someplace you go work and then you go home. There's stores to shop at. There's hopefully there'll be grocery stores and convenience stores and retail shopping and that sort of thing. So you've got people who are on the sidewalk and doing things on the sidewalk, and they're interacting with the buildings. So the buildings are close to the street. There are lots of doors, there are lots of windows. People are moving in and out of the buildings, and there's a real active street life. All of these buildings have the option for ground floor cafes and shopping and things like that. So we're hoping to see sort of street cafe areas where people will be sitting and eating and interacting. And then the E case is interesting. It's actually the site of the Greensboro Corporate Center, where there's today 2 office buildings, and those are going to stay. And then the developer has proposed to fit 3 additional buildings around that property, which will add more office, either residential or hotel. And then they have an existing parking garage along Spring Hill Road, and that they have a building that they're proposing that will either be retail or possibly residential townhouses, and that will front that garage, and that kind of gives you that walking edge between the street and the actual uses. So instead of it being a street and a sidewalk and some grass and a parking garage that you can see into and see cars the way that you do today, there will really be a street edge there as you're walking. People are walking down the street towards the metro. Fairfax County website, www.fairfaxcounty.gov/Tysons. On that site, there's lots of information about things that are going on in Tysons, as well as a link to the development cases that are under review.